Someone once said, if you want to change your future, change your habits. Because changed habits can change your future. Once, a teacher and his student were walking through a forest. As they walked, the teacher noticed a small plant growing by the path. Its leaves were fresh and green. The teacher paused and said to the student, "Try pulling this plant out." The student smiled. "That's too easy, Guruji." He bent down and with one quick tug pulled it out. The teacher nodded with a faint smile, and they kept walking. A little further ahead, they came across another plant, taller than the first, about 3 or 4 feet high. The teacher pointed and said, "Now, try this one." This time the student had to use a bit of strength, but within a few minutes he managed to uproot it. Again, the teacher simply nodded, and they continued. Not long after, they saw a bigger plant, nearly 7 or 8 feet tall, with thick roots buried in the ground. The teacher, smiling again, said, "Try pulling this one too." The student struggled. First he tried with his hands, then pressed with his feet, sweat dripping from his face. After a lot of effort, he finally managed to pull it out. The student thought surely the teacher would be pleased now, but without a word, the teacher walked on. The student followed. Soon, they stood before a giant tree, at least 20 feet tall. Its massive roots sunk deep into the earth. The teacher stopped and said, "Now, uproot this tree." The student froze. "Guruji, how can I? This is impossible. Even if I spend the whole day, it won't budge." Hearing this, the teacher laughed. "That's exactly what I wanted you to learn today. This tree didn't grow so big in a single day. Once, it too was a tiny plant, easy to pull out. But with time, its roots dug deeper, and now it's nearly impossible to move." The student understood. The teacher wasn't just talking about trees, he was teaching about life. The teacher continued, "Bad habits are just like this. When they first take root, they're easy to remove, but if you let them grow, they sink deep into your life, and later, no matter how hard you try, they're almost impossible to uproot." The student bowed his head, realizing why the teacher had made him go through this exercise. The teacher added, "If you notice a bad habit growing inside you, remove it now. The longer you wait, the stronger its roots will become. Later, it will be far harder to let go." Friends, this lesson wasn't meant only for that student. It's for all of us. Each of us has habits that seem small at first, like lying, losing temper, or being lazy. But if we don't stop them early, they take root like a giant tree in our lives, and breaking free becomes a struggle. So remember, catch those habits when they're still small. Remove them before they control you, because your habits shape your future.